Hey there, it's Red. So today I'm going to list my top 5 recommendations for new readers. When making this list, I tried to realize that different people like different things, different genres. Keeping that in mind, I at least tried to make them a little bit diverse. Number 1 on my list, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. This is a book that had actually helped me get out of a really bad reading slump. So I'll pretty much always be grateful to this book. But it's a pretty fast read. I feel like it's a great way to start because it's so entertaining, it's so interesting and fun to read. For my second book, I decided to pick a dystopian novel. I chose Divergent by Veronica Roth. I am not the type of person to just run out and read a dystopian. It takes a very interesting dystopian novel to keep my interest, and I loved this book. It didn't have too much of a slow beginning, it really got right into things, which I can really appreciate because I hate trudging through a beginning. Once I got halfway through it, I couldn't put it down. I needed to know what happened to these characters, and in the story, Veronica Roth just really builds this very interesting and corrupt society it's incredibly awesome to read about. She has good characters, good action, good world. I don't know what else you could ask for in a dystopian novel, so if you're just starting out, this is the one that I would recommend you start with. For my third book, I decided to include a contemporary romance. Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I feel like I owe a lot to this book as well. This is the book that really turned me on to contemporary fiction. I was always kind of guarded on that subject, and this book, I just breezed through it. I loved it. I loved the characters. When I finished this book, I was in such a good mood, so full of hope and happiness, and it just made me like all giddy and girly, and I don't know, this is a really, really good book. So if you're into chick lit, contemporary, romance, any of those types of subjects, I would definitely start with Anna and the French Kiss. Like, I couldn't recommend it enough. For my fourth recommendation, this is for anybody that might be interested in historical fiction, in maybe a more serious book, The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. This book is a lot of people's favorite book. And you know what? It's there for a reason. I don't even know what to say about this book, except that it is a completely beautiful, beautiful book. It's sad, but it's beautiful. The characters are so complex and well-rounded, they're very easy to get attached to. Feeling like I have this glimpse of this World War II world, a story that focuses on a little girl and narrated by death. Somehow all these pieces just work together and create this just beautiful masterpiece of a book. So if you like historical fiction, especially World War II, if you like serious books, if you like books that can touch you, can really affect you and make you feel those feels, The Book Thief is the perfect thing to start with. Finally, and I feel like a lot of you knew that this was going to be on the list, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I had to include this because I feel like this series is what inspired a lot of readers out there. If you're into magic, fantasy, and you've yet to read this book, this is the book for you. Even if you've already seen the movies, that's okay. Read the books. I promise you are still going to enjoy them. There are so many things that the movie doesn't include, and the movies are great, but reading the books is an entirely different experience. This series is always going to have such a close place to my heart. I love the Harry Potter series so much, just like so many people out there. This series has already inspired so many readers, and I feel like it could inspire you. So this is one of the best series to start with if you were just starting to look into reading. So those are my top 5 recommendations to new readers. I really did try to pick things in different genres, but I also tried to choose books that really had an effect on me in some way, and I feel like it's important if you're new to reading to really find books that affect you. That's what's going to inspire that love for reading. That's what it did for me. Anyway, that is all for this video. I will have new videos coming up soon. Add me on Goodreads, add me on Twitter. I will have the links in the description, and I will talk to you guys later.